Yeah, just a credible environment. Thanks to all of our Bulls faithful coming out to support these guys. Huge difference just with that crowd, that energy. That gave us a great home court feel, home court advantage. We thank you all for being here. Great college basketball game against a great team. You know, we've been in a battle like this before with this team, and we knew it was going to take a valiant effort on our part, and we did a great job sticking together as a team. Other than one run at the beginning of the second half to put ourselves in a hole, you know, we fought back after that under 16 timeout, came back, got right back in the game, and it was just a seesaw back and forth game until the end. We got great looks in a one possession game. Just one of them didn't fall, and then end of the game we stay together, down 2 possessions, get a rebound, get down there, hit a 3, get set, get another rebound, and get a 3 for game. And all we talk about is trying to be able to be in a position to win it by 1, and we gave ourselves that chance. Really proud of our guys sticking together and responding, and we grew today. We grew, and this is going to be a game we look back at and propel this team forward as we move forward in the rest of the season and into the end of our conference play.
I was going to say, Coach, you've just played a team nationally ranked now twice and come within an inch or 2 of playing with them. It's got to be a pretty good lesson that when this team does things well, it can compete with some top-notch clubs.
Yeah, and we knew that. Like I've always referenced, you know, we in our first exhibition we played Syracuse, and we played them. You know, we gave them a tough run, high major team, and then we went in on the road against DePaul, and we were able to get out to a huge lead at halftime, and then withstand and then finish that game. So I don't think we take any team lightly. We've played great against these guys, and you know, we got to bring. We just talked about in the locker room. Like this is the standard and the effort that this team needs to hold each other to and hold themselves to day in and day out. We had a great preparation, great focus in practice, and we carried that over into the game. And you know, a great team's going to make a run like they did, and you know, we could be a great team. We could be a great team. We just got to remember these little moments where we're the one making a 10-0 run, not the other way around. And this is going to burn. This is going to burn in a good way for us.
Angelo, do you think everybody was particularly ready for this game? Could you feel it yesterday or today coming in that this was going to, you know, everyone was ready to go with this, especially after the last game?
Yeah, I just think with how intense of a battle the last one was, we knew that it was going to be another battle, and it was. So I think everyone's minds were in the right spot for sure.
How were you able to get loose today, Angelo? You were able to score early and often?
Just trying to be aggressive driving the ball, just making reads off that. Sometimes I step up, kick it out, and sometimes you just got to go challenge them and finish it at the rim. So nothing, we didn't do anything special. Just played off our offense, and the ball found me in some good spots today. So teammates got to me, and you know, give credit to them and coach.
Your coach was, last time y'all played Miami, your coach was not as satisfied with the defense y'all played. It was 105, 102 or something. What did you like about your defense today? How were you able to hold them to under 100?
Well. Let me just say that I was satisfied. In regulation, I thought we did a fantastic job. Second half in that game, I really did. That overtime went back and forth. It was a high octane, but I thought we did a great job second half out there. They made a tough shot to tie it. You know, but then, yeah, in overtime, I felt like unfortunately, we had 2 foul outs. You know, we were playing with a lot of tired bodies out there trying to grind one out. So I wouldn't say I was dissatisfied. It wasn't like, now our last game against Ohio, I would say that I would have liked for us to bring a better defensive fight in that game. But we definitely played a better defensive game this time around against these guys than the previous, for sure. Sorry to interrupt your question.
I thought Tim was active and aggressive today and seemed to really help the whole team in that sense. You're a better team when he's out there like that.
He played tremendous. Played tremendous on both ends. Unfortunately, last game he got a second tough foul, going for a steal out of position, and in the end of the first half. And you know, when Tim's in the game, he just anchors our defense and does so much for us. You know, and having him and being able to have him available on the floor the whole game was huge for us. He did a great job, and they made some really tough shots down the stretch. Give them credit.
Daniel, how were you able to get loose? Because Zero was guiding you pretty well for a while, and I think the last time you got in the game is when you were a little more aggressive in
Yeah, I mean, I believe you're right. There was a little run of points there, but I don't know if I would, consider 6 turnovers real loose. So I think I was kind of loose with the ball, if anything. So just going to watch the film back and just keep doing what we do.
Coach, how were they guarding Daniel? Was Zero in the zone or man? Zero seemed like the one that was guarding Daniel.
They're always he's always gonna have 2 bodies. These guys all are. The good thing is when they're all out there together, they got to pick and choose sometimes. So if one of them draws 2 and we move the ball, that gave Angelo a great opportunity to get off the ball and drive it today when 2 guys guarded him or maybe Ryan. But anytime a team can, they're going to throw a second body at one of these guys in a ball screen, and we're going to have to make the right plays. And, hey, look, we have great confidence in all these guys. We talked about it going this game. We're a great offensive team. We're worried about defending and rebounding. We got better defending and rebounding today. These guys are going to learn from it, grow from it. And we're going to live with those turnovers if they keep defending and rebounding like that, and then we'll make sure we limit those next time moving forward.
Coach, you've been around some great teams over the years that have been on long winning streaks, I'm sure, like Miami is right now. Do those types of teams that are winning, do they just have a little extra confidence that things will go their way because it's happened in the past and they just feel like they're more controlled, maybe a little more poised? Is that an advantage in these close games?
I think they have great experience, and they've gone through shared experiences together. Elmer, Woolfolk, Byers, Skaljak, Suter, right? Those guys are all over there. So when you got guys that were all there, then you fill in some other guys, and those guys could really be the anchors. And they have a second year under their belt. They've been in a battle like where they lost at the end of Akron and went through that together last year. So I think they probably came into this season with a hunger. I've been lucky enough to be on teams where you come in a little hungrier when it doesn't end the way you want it to. But then you just got to keep getting one game at a time. I know Travis is telling his team that it's a grind, right? And then you with a team like that, the greatest challenge for them is going to be you get to tournament time, and then that pressure you might feel just focusing on one game at a time and just doing what you've done to get there. So every team's going to go through that. I look at us. We could be a team that if we keep playing like this, we'll be playing our best basketball. If we put ourselves in a position to get to Cleveland, we could go beat anybody. We know that if we're playing our best. And you could be playing great then, right? So you got to just keep getting better, and that's always a challenge, whether you're 23-0 or you're 14-9.
You have 2 games in the next 2 weeks. How can you get better, or can you get better with 2 games in so many days? Only 2 games.
We will. You just go to work. It's just, magic is in the work. I think Jalen Brunson says that. And he's the epitome of doing that. We got to stick together. I showed these guys a great quote from Jalen Brunson recently. They had a tough streak of losses with the Knicks, and he just said we got to keep having each other's backs after they had success. And we had each other's backs tonight. And what you got to do is you got to get to work and practice, have each other's backs, and go to work, and just keep focused on one day at a time. Grind it out. Get to the next game. Win or loss, you just keep coming back to work. And if you do that, you will break through. If you learn from your things that you could get better at, you will break through as long as you maintain the level of defending and rebounding that we brought tonight.
Anything else? Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.